I am Beardmohbox, and this is a look at free agency according to Madden. So I'm going to be looking at some of the best available free agents that are still left out and looking where they best fit in according to Madden. That means a couple of things. That means it's not about scheme fit, it's not about personalities, and it's not about the potential of the players they're replacing. This is just about their overall and whether or not they would upgrade the position on Madden on that team. So let's take a look at some of the best fits for the best available free agents. We start off with Robert Griffin III, a quarterback who still has a lot of potential, and with an overall of 74, he'd upgrade quite a lot of quarterback positions for quite a lot of teams. So the first team are the Broncos. With Manning and Osweiler gone, RG3 would of course be the best quarterback on that team. Next up are the Browns. With Johnny Manziel gone, RG3 would be well in with the competition for the starting spot. Third and final team are the Rams, and I kind of included this one. Yes, he would pretty much improve the position, but also it'd be pretty funny for RG3 to end up with the Rams, considering how many draft picks the Rams gained from the Redskins drafting him in the first place. Our next player is Zach Brown, 79 rated overall middle linebacker, who last season played for the Titans. Our first team with a need, the Bills. Their current middle linebacker, the highest overall, is 72. Chargers would also be better off with Zach Brown on the team. Their highest overall is 77. Donald Butler's left as the second highest overall, so the 79 overall, Zach Brown would definitely be the best player in that position. Finally, the Rams. James Laurinaitis is gone. He's with the Saints now, meaning their middle linebackers are 60 overall, and even at 77 overall, Zach Brown would have still been better than their starting middle linebacker. Next up, Steven Wisniewski, 81 rated overall center. Just looking at this depth chart, the Lions could definitely use anyone, but 81 would be a pretty damn good improvement. After the Seahawks traded away Max Unger, they didn't really replace that position, and Wisniewski would. And the Browns make the list too, as Alex Mack has joined the Falcons, leaving a big hole for them, and Wisniewski would replace that. Then we have Leon Hall, 85 overall cornerback. Looking below Alteron Werner, the Buccaneers could definitely do with a player like Hall. So the Eagles have lost Byron Maxwell and Nolan Carroll. There's two starting corners, meaning that Leon Hall would definitely fill a big need for them. And the third team, the 49ers, would be drastically improved with an 85 overall cornerback on their team. Moving on to another cornerback with an 81 overall, but still plenty of teams that would be improved with him joining them. Beginning with the Redskins, where Robinson would be the highest rated cornerback on the team. The Rams could also do with another cornerback, as Janoris Jenkins left for the Giants, leaving them with just Tremaine Johnson at the cornerback spot. But they have already signed Cody Sensabaugh from the Titans. The Jaguars need plenty of help in the secondary, and they have already signed Prince Amukamara, but Patrick Robinson would still help this team out a lot. Then we have LeGarrette Blount at running back with an overall of 84. One team that could maybe use a guy like him are the Bears, who have lost Matt Forte and don't have a between-the-tackle grinder. The Browns would also be vastly improved with an 84 overall running back, as their highest is 77. And the Dolphins could use some help too. Lamar Miller's gone to the Texans, leaving their highest rated running back, 75 overall, Jay Ajayi. Here we have 80 rated overall right outside linebacker Courtney Upshaw. And a team that could do with improvement at right outside linebacker are the Arizona Cardinals. The Giants seem to be in perpetual need of linebackers, and right outside linebacker once again is a spot they would need, the highest being 77 overall in that position. Then in the same stadium, the New York Jets would also benefit from Upshaw at right outside linebacker, going from 72 to 80 overall. It's a pretty big leap. We have right guard Jari Evans with 84 overall, and a quick reminder, this is purely positional. This has to be right guard, not lineman, that could fill the hole for the team. And the team that would be improved by Evans are the Seahawks, and they have signed Jamarcus Webb from the Raiders, but he's nowhere near as good as Evans. The Bears would also be drastically improved with Evans, going from 76 to an 84 overall. And finally, the Bills, who need some serious help at right guard according to Madden. 69 overall is their highest, 84 obviously a huge improvement. Then we have Alfred Morris, the second part of a rookie tandem with Griffin that was so hyped up in the first year and didn't disappoint, but now both of them looking for new places to play. Now the first team, the Cowboys, wouldn't technically be improved by his 81 overall, but his between the tackle style play would definitely improve the team overall. Another team that could use a guy like him, the New York Jets. They don't have Chris Ivory anymore, so 81 overall would be the highest overall, and he fits that style team perfectly. And finally the Colts, where again he wouldn't be the highest overall, but expect Frank Gore to either go down in overall or even maybe retire soon, and obviously he would improve the team then. We move on to Terrence Knighton, 87 rated overall defensive tackle. And the Cardinals are one team that will be drastically improved if they added Knighton. Another team that could really use a guy like him are the San Diego Chargers. Their highest overall at defensive tackle is 75. And finally the Colts, who always need a bit of help on defense, and they would also be massively improved. Their highest overall at defensive tackle at the moment is 74. Here we have our first receiver, Anquan Boldin, an 86 overall. I could really see the Rams benefiting massively from a guy like Boldin. Leadership, strength, everything like that makes him a different kind of player that the Rams don't have. I also feel he'd fit in well with the Saints. With Marquez Colston gone, he would replace that kind of leadership role and the kind of possession role he plays. And for the final team, the Vikings, I really think they could benefit with a guy like Anquan Boldin. Greg Jennings did pretty well over there for 2 years, and they've lost Mike Wallace this year, so it's all down to these young speed receivers, and Boldin would complement that very well. Nick Fairley, 88 overall defensive tackle, didn't wow anyone in his 1 year with the Rams, but you try and outshine Aaron Donald. A team that could really use him are the Pittsburgh Steelers, who lost Steve McClendon in this free agency, so would upgrade the position massively if they signed Fairley. The Titans are a bit of an odd one, and depends if you classified Jarrell Casey as a defensive tackle, but Madden doesn't, so Fairley would improve the position from 78 to 88 overall. And the third team, I've got the Broncos. Now this wouldn't ever likely happen, but if you look at the position overalls, Fairley would massively improve that position. Here we have our second quarterback of the list, Ryan Fitzpatrick, 82 overall. Now here, the first team that he would really improve, the San Francisco 49ers, taking it from the highest overall of 77 to 82. I've tried to avoid mentioning the same team twice for the same position, but the Broncos are in dire need of a quarterback, and Fitzpatrick of course would fill that need. And the final team, well, it's the Jets, the team he played for last year, who really should re-sign him because their next best option is 76 overall Geno Smith. Our final player is 89 overall free safety Reggie Nelson. The Buccaneers would definitely be improved by an 89 overall, their highest at the moment 78. Another team that will be drastically improved by Reggie Nelson's 89 overall are the Falcons, whose highest is 76. Now the last team I've got down here are the Jacksonville Jaguars, who did already sign Deshaun Gibson, but they do need a lot of help at the secondary, and Reggie Nelson is rated higher, so to the definitions of this video, this is another fit. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more stuff like this.
Oh my god, play!
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you haven't seen the previous video yet, you can do that by clicking here. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, you can do that by clicking here and subscribing. New videos every Friday and Sunday, and sometimes Wednesdays too.